G'day everyone, it's Sharon here. Guys, I am here because I want to do a catch up with you and yeah, just let you know what I've been up to because it's been a while. So yeah, so let's start with the elephant in the room and that's me, the blonde wig. Some of you know I wear a wig and I'm not really phased about sharing it or not, you know, but what I'm just saying is I decided to go blonde because I could. And I love it, and it was a big thing. My old one was getting to the point where no good anymore. Yeah, so I thought I'd go blonde, and like I said, I'm really liking it. It's very short. Like, look at this. It's very. I love it. And what else? Yeah, because I thought I'd give you a heads up because my profile picture is going to change and you may not recognise me. So anyway, yeah, for some of you that don't know, probably a lot don't know, they say partial alopecia, but it's not really that. It's a hormonal plus polycystic ovaries. Look, I'm not even going to bother going right into that, but I have a lot of that sort of problems, and side effects to mine is my hair grows around here but doesn't grow from here to the back, so I look a little bit like, you know, those old monks with the round blowfly landing patch here. So I look a little bit like that. So anyway, but this, enough of that. Let's get on with what I want to share, and that is in my course. I've only got 2 weeks left of it for this year, and then I don't go back till February. So I'm going to be going nuts with my crafting. I hope, because I really want to do stuff that I want to do. I don't want to have to keep doing what they tell me to do, even though it's part of it and you got to learn. But the last part was really good because I actually, now I don't know what I've done with it. Hold the phone. We got to make a book, and it's all on design history and different styles from the 1900s to now, and I'm just going to quickly share it with you. But what I will show you is this one. This is a book cover that we had to design. I'll show you that to you in a minute. I've just got to change the camera's position because it's just not gonna work. So let's pause, maybe, and we are back. Right, so here we go. I think I might just try and get that glare out of the way without losing light. Can't do much about it. Okay, so we are, the book is design history, like I was saying. This is the front cover, like the front cover. Design history, this is the title page. It was a mistake, so I ended up grunging it up and it worked out fine. And the first one was Art Nouveau, and I'm trying to get this in shot properly. We go like that, it might work. Oh, that works. It was pretty much self-explanatory, and I see us using Art Nouveau style stuff all the time, like the beautiful vintage ladies and things like that. And Art Nouveau is one of my favourite, and it still is around today. It keeps popping up here, there and everywhere. It sort of started around 1890 and went up to about the First World War and then just faded out. It wasn't a very long style, sort of influencing the time. But yeah, and what I learnt for the Aussie ladies, around that time, Australia was coming into its first real own style, and that was the Federation style. So there's a little history for us Aussie girls. Yeah, but it was a style that sort of kind of wanted to bring in all the handcrafters, the artists, the painters, the drawers, the wood carvers, all that sort of stuff, and bring them all under sharing. And because for whatever reason I can't remember now, but yeah, it just, and that's where you got the art and craft movement and the Art Nouveau. So next one is Art Deco, and we all pretty much can say we remember Art Deco. It was a very luxurious, ornamental style. It wasn't very necessarily practical. So yeah, it was just a rich time, and it was, yeah, sort of the out of the First World War into the Second, coming up to the Second. So these styles had a really big impact on the times that they were in. Where today we just have the combining of so many of the old. So it's not necessarily we have a lot of new. But anyway, then there was the Bauhaus, which was from the 1920 up to the 1930s mark in around there, which is a very modern, streamlined sort of structured, but not, and yeah, it sort of gives you the idea. I'm not going to go into any of that because it's a little bit boring. Mid-century modern, what a time, glamorous 50s. I absolutely love the 50s. Like I grew up on all their movies and stuff like that, you know, and it was a time of glamour. It came out of the World War II era, like time, and it was just a time of new stuff. It's just amazing, and the glamour. Oh. Excuse my sniffs and that, I've got a cold. Anyway, Swiss typograph. Oh, I can never say this. Typographic. I've got to say it fast. Swiss typographic design, which is all to do with type and a grid format for the type. It was very structured and clean, modern. Swinging 60s. Yeah, we all know the swinging 60s. I wasn't born then. I was born in 1970, so there's still the influence from there. It was the psychedelic movement, and that come out of drugs. That actually did, because the designers back then, because drugs were such an influence then on so much that they wanted to recreate in design that trippy feeling when you're on drugs. So that's where the psychedelic move came about. I thought that was just a joke, but it wasn't. It was for real. Anyway, deconstructivism. Remember the buildings that look weird and they're sort of shaped really weird, look like they're falling over or whatever, but that's the way they're built? That's deconstructivism. You know, they look like, how can you build that and it stay standing? That sort of stuff. That's actually 1980s that design style came about. If you're feeling really bored, I really don't mind if you go blink and go look elsewhere. I really enjoyed, this looks very messy, but I really enjoyed doing this page. This is actually my favourite. Art Nouveau and this one. But anyway, minimalism was from the 60s through to the 70 mark, and obviously it's pretty straightforward. Minimalism, it wasn't just a design, it was also a lifestyle. It was a design where you take an object and you strip it back to its absolute bareness of pretty much near on nothingness, if that's a word. It really influenced a lot at that time, to a point where people were living that style, and still do today. Minimalism is around today. Most of these are all still around today. So I'm actually taking on minimalism in my house. I really like that effect, and I'm going to be having an absolute ball over the holidays because there'll be a lot of stuff getting thrown out. Anyway, constructivism. It was very geometrical. It was very like the word. It's construction. It came in at a time of where Russia was in such a coming out of that, one of the bad times for them, and we all know what Russia was like in the old days. It was very probably still is a bit today, but they used constructivism to actually unite the people together, and to design was used to sort of kind of give people hope and all that sort of stuff, and that's what constructivism sort of kind of came from. Yeah, It's even though constructivism was side by side. Oh no, not that bit. I'm not reading that bit. That's wrong. It's not wrong, but it's not to the point here. It'll bore you to tears like I probably am, and that's the end. Wasn't that the best page? Anyway, yeah, so that was that one, and this one was a book cover. We had to pick a designer from their list. We had to make a book cover representing that designer's style and representing them, and the lady I picked was Louise Philly, who is an amazing designer. She does beautiful stuff, vintage stuff and all that sort of, she's just wonderful. She's Italian and she loves everything Italian, so I put That's Amore. This is a boo-boo here, but this had to be put into Photoshop, no sorry, Illustrator, and it's been all constructed in there now because I've had to go and put blurb, you know, it's got to look like a proper book cover professionally. It's got to have her photo, a blurb on her, and it's got to have logos, and it's got to have all this other hoo-ha on it. So all that, this is just the skin, it's just the basic, and then it goes, yeah, gets put in software and played with. So that was that one. Anyway, so I'm going to pause there and move the camera again. No, we're back. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been up to. That was pretty full on because we had quite a lot to do, but I was so wrapped because I thought, oh golly, and I actually got 100% on that one, and I'm still yet to put that other book cover in. It's actually late. It's like coming on the second week late. Oops. But they want to use my stuff. This is the second time this has happened, and I'm really wrapped because it makes me believe I'm on the right track. But they want to use my book and that for other students, so I was really pleased. Makes it all worth it in a way. Alright, so that's all I wanted to share with you, and yeah, I hope you are all well and happy crafting, and I've been watching and looking for new stuff. Yeah, I'm not seeing new stuff like the new fad. Waiting for that to come. Curious to know. I want to see something new. Maybe a new style of something, I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, bless yous. Take care. Bye.